A former and future Board of Education candidate in West New York has laid down some allegations of voter fraud, while a sitting trustee wants to know why the Board of Ed is paying for litigation in the matter. During last night's meeting of the West New York BOE, Trustee Matthew Chegg said he's been stonewalled when requesting copies of the legal bills associated with the board's litigation against trustee Loreno Portillo.
I don't remember ever voting on litigating against another board member. So what action was taken that we are now litigating against the board member?
Mr. Chang, your motion in question is pertaining to pending litigation pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act. My advice would be for this board to discuss your motion, any questions related thereto in closed executive session.
Okay, but I'd like to know...
Under the litigation exception, as well as attorney-client privilege exception, and or other applicable exceptions to public disclosure pursuant to law.
So was this voted on by the board to litigate against another board member?
I don't know the answer to your question, sir. Again, any questions or discussion regarding this matter, upon the advice of counsel, should be discussed in closed session. I don't have the minutes of any prior meetings at my disposal at this moment, so perhaps you can direct that question to your board secretary, and he can respond to you at a later date after reviewing the minutes.
Sure. I mean, you know, what my really big concern here is...
So again, my advice, my legal advice, is to discuss this matter in closed executive session.
Sure. I just like
so
to
if you want to disregard my advice, you can. But my advice to you as a board member is to discuss this matter in closed session, sir.
I mean, I'd just like to say one other thing to the board members.
Saying one more thing is discussing it in public, sir.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure we're clear from the legal standpoint. Saying one more thing is disregarding counsel's advice.
Sure. So, you know, Mr. Taylor, we were discussing this before, and I've discussed this with the Business Administrative Board Secretary.
Actually, sir, what we discussed is covered by the attorney-client privilege. My advice for you is not to disclose what you and I discussed regarding board business to the public.
Well, I have asked for the legal bills for the last 12 months or so.
That's a separate issue from the motion you made, sir.
Right, because I'm trying to figure out how exactly we're litigating against another board member. Because, you know, judging by the reaction when I've asked other board members about this, no one has known about this.
Chegg made a motion to terminate the litigation, seconded by Trustee Ron Shirley, but the motion failed 2-3-4, with only the aforementioned board members voting yes. After the meeting concluded, Jose Alcantara told Hudson County View that he filed County Board of Elections complaints against Portillo, as well as her significant other Alex Navis, another BOE hopeful.
At the time that they filed the nominating petition to run for the Board of Education, they weren't living at at their claimed residency. There was an investigation done by the county elections, and the judgment was that that they no longer reside in their registered address, and that if they want to continue to vote in West New York, they will have to show proof of it. So right now, this matter was sent forward to the Board of Education. The Board of Ed, right now there's pending litigation on the terms that was brought to the State Commission that, whether, Lorena is even a valid board member.
The scenario led to a brief verbal confrontation between Portillo, Navis, Alcantara, and Frank Ferrero before the night was over.
When you were running, I voted for you because I thought you were the right. You spoke better than anybody. But the Facebook thing, that's all on you. That's nobody's fault.
So you guys doing that is my fault. Because I'm the one who created that literature. That's my fault.
And who created the literature against Frank?
I'm just saying it shouldn't have been part of the school board election.
How do I know that?
That wasn't
a little bit more classic.
Well, I don't know that.
Okay,
and so that's what happened. When they start playing dirty, they get dirt back.
No. But I wanted to put Shirley's face next to Trump.
They said there was a mistake. It was a mistake. You pay for the mistake you do in your youth.
I'm John Heides at the Hudson County View, the eye of the community.